Hey y'all, it's Nancy the Handy Scandy. Welcome back for another crafty venture. Hey y'all, welcome back. I have a couple of online purchases to share with you. I don't know if you want to call it a haul or not, but these are my purchases. But before that, in my last video for Saturday Morning Makes, I mentioned that I'm going to be having a couple procedures and therefore will be out of commission and not online for a while. But if I'm able to get anything done and uploaded today, I will get those done, or at least one is my goal, at least one, and get it scheduled for later in the week. So don't be surprised if you see something from me. That doesn't mean that I'm, that I didn't have my procedures or that I'm recovering exceedingly fast. It just means that I did it in advance. Also, if you don't see anything from me this week, then know that that's why. I didn't get anything done in advance and I'm just recuperating. So, okay, all that out of the way, let's go ahead and jump into these. You can already see these, so we're going to start with them first. This is a purchase from ASC Crafts, and Crystal is the owner. They have a Facebook group. They're very active on their Facebook group. She often goes live on Sunday afternoons, 2 p.m. Eastern. So if you're interested in that, you can definitely check them out. And yeah, I would just encourage that. She has a great shop, all kinds of different supplies, all different companies, you name it. Just go check them out. I'll try to remember to put a link downstairs in the description box. But let me scoot the pile out of the way and I'll show you. We'll start with this guy. Oop, sorry. Isn't he absolutely gorgeous? Halloween's night. Little spiders down here. I love this. Oh, and a bat. And I love this beautiful medallion. Another spider up there. I love all the grunge. It's just beautiful. I love, love, love it. All right, and then I picked up some Lavinia products. Now, I love Lavinia. I just don't often use them. I find that her style is different than mine, but I love her style. So I picked up some of my favorite images. I couldn't get everything, you know, we all are limited. But I have been eyeing this Luna moth for literal years. And it's so pretty. I don't know if it says the year on here. I'm not going to spend too much time looking because I tend to do that a lot. And then I just cut it out so you guys aren't you aren't exposed to that. But anyway, I don't see the year, but I think it's beautiful. And then she has these beautiful little pumpkin cottages that I think are just adorable. And she has made so many beautiful makes with them. I'm always enamored. I want to get the owls from last year, and I want the top hat. Oh, I can't remember what else. There are some little fairy houses, some wonky little mushroom homes and things like that that I want to get as well. Love this raven, and I think there are more than one raven. This one is called Drake. Let me see, does this guy have a name? Indra. She usually names her creatures. Pumpkin Lodge. And then look at these angel wings. Aren't they beautiful? Angel wings large, so they have them in a smaller size as well. But I just love those, and you can turn them this way, and you can have one up and one down, like they're, you know, flying and turning or whatever. You can, y'all know how to use wings. But that is my Lavinia, my little Lavinia haul, and I love it all, and I'm so excited to be able to play. And I hope to play with some of this next week while I'm recuperating. So we shall see. And I have some other Lavinia stuff that's never been used. So there we go. There is that. All right. Now, you know I have another purchase from PM Artist Studio, who also goes live on Sundays, but it's Sunday morning. In fact, we'll pull out their card here in just a second, and all of that information will be on the card. A little glassine bag. And let me pull out my address. All right, so Sundays at 10 a.m. Central Time. Then another little cute free stencil. And then these are absolutely gorgeous. There's so many layers on these, y'all. I love that it's the same color family. I'm wondering if they weren't flop-offs. That's what I think. You should put okay. I don't want to spend too much time on this, but it looks like the pink is a flop-off over here, and the brown is a flop-off over there. And by flop-off, I mean you put your medium through your stencil and then you flop it off onto something else and you make a printed image with your stencil. So the pink here looks like it's the printed image and the brown here looks like it's the printed image. I could be wrong, but that's the way my mind is breaking it down. But they're beautiful. And I love that they coordinate. So those will be fun ATCs as well. For now, I'm going to add them to my collection that continues to build. I think I'm going to make a tag book of some sort out of these because they're great quality. And yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do. So thank you, Patricia and Mariah. And now, will you look at these guys? Look at that. Let me see. Let me put it on white. It's a giant bee. It's huge. It is 4 inches wide by almost 3 inches high. So 4 by 3. It's enormous. A big old summer sunny bee. And then the death's head moth. I thought I got the one with open wings. It just means I have to get another one. Isn't it pretty? You see the head in there? And this one is 2.5 by 2. So I like both of those a lot. I hope to play with those this week as well. And then in terms of stencils, hopefully that will tell me who the artists were on those. I'm not sure. Yeah, I'm looking at, and it doesn't say on my packing slip. It doesn't say who the artists were. But if I'm able to find out, I'll put it in the description box. All right, here's another beauty from Rhonda. This one is called Petal Tear Burst. Let me pull out my cardboard. And now, if you think, oh, that looks like something she already has, it is similar, yes. I have other stencils that have this same kind of vibe, but I just like them. Hang on just a second. Okay, so that's the new one. That's the Petal Tear Burst by Rhonda. This is one of Eddie's floor tile stencils, and it has a similar vibe. I believe this one is Eddie's as well. I believe that's Floris Geometricus. Similar vibe. And this one I think is the second floor tile by Eddie as well. Interesting that those are all by Eddie. And then this one's from Rhonda. I feel like I might even have more than that, but these were just close at hand. I was actually playing with them yesterday. So that is very, very pretty, and it is going to make some absolutely beautiful gel plate prints. All right, so then after that, then I have Gauze, and I believe this one is going to be by Miranda's husband, Brad. Isn't that fun? Oh my goodness. That is freaking fun. Gauze 9 by 12. 1923. When was this one done? 24. Okay. Because I'm thinking about the Makers Throwback Thursday hashtag. So in any of these, well, I can't say any of them. Most of the ones that I have from PM Artist Studio are not from 2025. They're from 24 and earlier. So those are throwbacks. Technicality, maybe. I don't know. But you can see down here what it's going to look like. That is so cool. I love that. Love it, love it, love it. And then the next one is by Lucy Adams. You know how much I love that tree. I haven't shown you any of my makes with it yet, any of my prints with the other tree. But I had to go ahead and buy another tree. So this is the Yuba Oak. This is a much smaller one, but I love it. I get the mask and the tree. And I got a border. Isn't that so cool? I love these. Let me see what I can show you. Hang on. This is my other one. See how much bigger that is? Oh man, that's gonna be gorgeous. And so real quick before I let you, those are all of my purchases for today. But before I let you go, I want to show you the prints that I did with that. So hold tight. Okay, and there is my Yuba Oak stencil. Again, it's 9 by 12 by Lucy. And the others are the same tree, they're just smaller, right? So the other one is 5 by 7. And then there's the edge or the border. I'm not sure what they're calling it, but let me show you the prints, just kind of as a bonus to this video. So this was first me trying to pick up or print off the stencil. And then this was me picking up the green that I put down over the stencil and through all the cracks. And there was already black on there. I think that's beautiful, actually. All by itself, I think it's beautiful. Oh, I see a little man standing there. That's weird. And then these, where's the other one? I guess I only got one. So this is a flop off of the green. I thought that I had 2 of these because I like to sandwich them. I spray the stencil down on both sides. Even if the paint is damp, the water helps to keep it fluid. So, and then I also spray the paper. Now this is mixed media cardstock, so it's pretty heavy. So I spray the paper, I lay a wet stencil down, make sure this side of the top side of the stencil is wet as well. Get another piece of mixed media card or whatever paper I'm using. Spray the surface of that just a little so it's wet and will, you know, better absorb the wet on here, and then I lay it down. So I basically have a stencil sandwich. I have wet paper, stencil wet on both sides, wet paper on the top. And then I either use a brayer or I use my hand. I find I have better success with my hand, but that's how I'm able to get a lot of these flop-offs, the printed image of the stencil itself. Isn't that cool? And this is the pull from that. Isn't that beautiful? Like, it's so dramatic. I absolutely love it. Love it, love it, love it. And then with my next one, which actually was my first one, this is where I pulled up the paint. So I put black down first, and then I put my stencil down, and then I tried to create a sunset. It looks more rainbow than sunset. But I think it's fun. I think it'll make some fun, well, whatever I decide to use it on. I don't do a whole lot of collage, but I'm wanting to start that. It would be fun in a collage. It would be fun as ATCs, postcards, card bases, any number of things. It would be really fun. And the colors are bright and vibrant, and the texture is just out of this world. But then these two are where I made the stencil sandwich. And then this was the side that obviously was down on the gel plate because it has the black. And I laid, remember I had black paint down first, and then I put my stencil down on it. So the black paint got onto the stencil. So the black paint then printed on here. And this was lifting the bright colors off the other side. So paper, stencil, paper, brayer. You can see where I brayered, and I got some of that frottage going on. And then this is the print from that process. Isn't that stunning? And do you see why I had to have the other sizes? I love it. And there are several different tree options. So this is another one that I did on my smaller plate. And obviously I used, I want to call it mesh, tissue paper to pull it up. And same thing here. These are just a little more abstract because there's not a whole lot of contrast. And on the tissue paper, you know, it's kind of hard to get what you're looking for. Maybe you can see a little bit better there. No, it does go this way. But anyway, because there's not a lot of contrast, there's nothing to back it up and allow you to see the paint itself. But there they are. We'll turn it this way. And my friends, that is all that I have to share today. Just those 2 quick little online purchases, and I don't have anything else coming that I can remember. I do need to put in an order for like some paper and some glue and some foam tape and stuff like that, but I doubt that I'll share that. But anyway, if you guys have any questions, let me know your thoughts about these products, if you've used them before, especially the Lavinia. And I encourage you, hop over to PM Artist Studio this morning for their live, and then hop over and watch Crystal this afternoon if she goes live. She doesn't go live every week, but you can always join the Facebook group and you will get alerted if she does. All right, my friends, thanks for spending time with me, for the love and support and all the well wishes that I've already received. You guys are the best. Thank you for being my crafty tribe. Until next time, mwah. This is Nancy, the Handy Scandy, and I'm out.